Hello everyone, this is Asra Sultana, Assistant Professor in AAA Department, working in ISL Engineering College. So today we are going to see about the node elimination technique in power systems. Previous classes we have seen about the power angle equation and power angle curve. So in solving the swing equation, certain assumptions are made. So what are those assumptions? Three assumptions are there in solving the swing equation. That is, first one is mechanical power input to the machine will remain constant during the period of electromechanical transient of interest. That is, the effect of the turbine governing loop will be ignored, that is much slower than the speed of the transient. So this assumption is leading us to the pessimistic result. Governing loop helps to stabilize the system. So second assumption we are doing in power angle equation is that rotor speed changes are insignificant, and which we have already ignored in formulating the swing equation. Third assumption is effect of voltage regulating loop during the transient is ignored. As a consequence, the generated machine EMF will remain constant. So this assumption also will lead to the pessimistic result, and voltage regulator will help to stabilize the system. So when we see the simplified machine model, for a non-salient pole machine, the per phase induced EMF terminal voltage equation under steady state condition is E is equal to V plus J XDID plus J XQIQ, and XD is greater than XQ, where I is equal to ID plus IG. So usual symbols are used under transient conditions. XD is XD dash, and this XD dash is less than XD. XQ dash is equal to XQ since main field is on the D axis, and XD dash is less than XQ, but the difference is less than that in equation, this equation. So during the transient, the equation of E is equal to V plus J XDID plus J XQIQ will be modifying to E dash is equal to V plus J XD dash ID. So in place of XD, we are writing XD dash. Okay, here we are having XD and E. In place of E, I am writing E dash, and in place of XD, I am writing XD dash. I can write here XQ dash, but XQ dash is equal to XQ. So I am writing this as XQ as it is. Okay, so this will be equal to V plus J XQ. IQ can be written as I minus ID. This is I is equal to ID plus IQ. So IQ will be equal to I minus ID from this equation. So in this equation, substituting the value of IQ as I minus ID, and this term as it is, that is J XD dash ID. So V plus J XQ I plus J if I J ID if I take common, J into ID. So XD dash minus XQ. So phasor diagram corresponding to these equations, E dash is equal to, okay, this equation uh, can be drawn like this. Taking all the terms into consideration, okay, taking V as a reference, current is lagging V by an angle theta. Then ID will be lagging I, okay, and IQ will be leading V. Then we are drawing JXD dash ID, which is parallel to IQ, okay. Then JXQIQ is perpendicular, that is exact 90 degrees to the JXD dash ID. Then combining all these vectors, we are going to get the equation for E dash. E dash is equal to V plus JXD dash ID, V plus JXD dash ID plus JXQIQ. Okay, that is vector. This E dash will be equal to V plus JXD dash ID plus JXQIQ. This is one equation. Another equation is this one. E dash is equal to V plus J XQI. Okay. V plus J XQI plus this one j into xd dash minus xq iq. Okay. Two equations also we can draw it in the form of phasor. Since under transient conditions xd dash is less than xd but xq is remaining almost unaffected, so we can assume that xd dash is nearly equal to xq. Now our equation will become E dash is equal to V plus J XQI or V plus J XD dash I. So my machine model corresponding to this equation, that is E dash is equal to V plus J XD dash I, we can draw it like this. That is, this is a simplified machine model which is also applying to the cylindrical rotor machine, where XD dash is equal to XQ dash is equal to XS dash. Okay. Here we can write, you can see the formula for E dash is equal to mod E dash angle delta. That is voltage magnitude and angle delta is given here. And this is XD dash, this is current I, and this is voltage V. So this equation we are drawing it in the form of a equivalent circuit of a simplified machine. Okay. Power angle curve we have seen. For the purpose of stability studies, mod E dash transient EMF of generator motor remain constant or is independent variable determined by voltage regulating loop, but V, the generator determined voltage, is a dependent variable. So what we are telling here, for the purpose of stability studies, this some terms are taken as dependent and some are independent. So mod E dash is the independent variable and V is the dependent variable. Therefore, the buses or nodes of the stability study network pertain to the EMF terminal in the machine model as shown in this figure 12.4, that is this is EI and this is XDI dash and this is the system network. These are the two points, two nodes I and R. So nodes or buses of the stability study network pertain to the EMF terminal in the machine model, while the reactance, machine reactance, that is XD dash, is absorbed in the system network as different from a load flow study. Further, the loads will be replaced by equivalent static admittances connected in shunt between transmission network buses and the reference bus. So this is happening because load voltages vary during a stability study. In a load flow study, these remain constant within a narrow band. So this is a two-bus stability study network. I1 is the current flowing in ports 1 and R. I2 is the current flowing in 2 and R. Okay. And E1 dash is the voltage in the first port and E2 dash is the voltage in the second port or second bus. So for a two-bus system, we can write Y bus matrix as 2 by 2 matrix, that is Y11, Y12, Y21, Y22, where Y12 is equal to Y21. So complex power into the bus can be given by the formula. So this we have seen in the first unit. Okay, Pi plus JQi is equal to Ei into Ii conjugate. At bus 1, Pe1 plus Jq1 will be equal to E1 dash Y11 E1 dash conjugate plus E1 Y12 E2 dash conjugate. But E1 dash is nothing but magnitude and angle, both we have to take. Okay, so E1 dash is equal to mod of E1 dash angle delta 1. Similarly, E2 dash is mod E2 dash angle delta 2. Y11 is G11 plus JB11 and Y12 is mod Y12 angle theta 12. So solution of string equation will have only real power involved. So we can write the equation P1 is equal to mod E1 dash square G11 plus mod E1 dash E2 dash Y12 cos delta 1 minus delta 2 minus theta 12. So we can write the similar equation at bus 2, that is E1 dash square G11 is equal to PC and E1 dash E2 dash Y12 is equal to P max. Delta is equal to delta 1 minus delta 2 and phi 12 is equal to pi by 2 minus gamma. So now we can write the equation P1 is equal to PC plus P max sin delta minus gamma. This is the power angle equation. For a purely reactive network, G11 is equal to 0 and theta 12 is pi by 2. Therefore, gamma equal to 0. Hence, PE is equal to P max sin delta, or we can write here what is P max? P max is nothing but mod of E1 dash mod E2 dash by X. So this is a simplified power angle equation. where X is the transfer reactance between nodes, that is between E1 dash and E2 dash. And here this diagram is showing the graphical plot of power angle equation. Okay, so our generator, as you can see, it is in positive way. So on x-axis it is angle and y-axis power. So it is a power angle curve. So positive for generator mode and negative for motoring mode we can see here, and whereas values we can see here, that is PE, PE naught, delta naught, delta. Okay. So we can write the swing equation now as h by pi f d square delta by dt square is equal to Pm minus Pmax sine delta per unit. This is a non-linear second order differential equation with no damping. Now let us see the node elimination technique in power system. In a stability studies, it has been indicated that buses to be considered are those which are excited by the internal machine voltages and not the load buses which are excited by the terminal voltage of generators. So in stability analysis, what we are doing here, we are considering the buses which are excited by the transient EMFs, that is internal machine voltages, and not the load buses which are excited by the terminal voltages of the generators. Therefore, in Y-bus formulation for the stability study, load buses must be eliminated. Three methods are available for bus elimination. So, node elimination technique in power system is illustrated by this figure, okay, whose reactance diagram is also shown. This is the reactance diagram. So in this simple situation, bus 3 gets easily eliminated by parallel combination of the lines. So we are taking a simple system where we can apply the node elimination technique to eliminate a bus in the parallel combination of lines. So now let us consider a so this was a node elimination technique here. This xd dash, so for example, we are taking the value of xd dash is 0.25 Vt, this is j 0.01, j 0.5, j 0.5, and one angle 0. Okay. So reactance diagram also we have showing here. So in this reactance diagram where we can see j 0.25, this is Vt, j 0.1, same thing again we are writing, okay, same, but the values of voltages also we are inserting here, then finding out the value of x12, that is 0.25 plus 0.1 plus 0.5 by 2 according to what given data is given. Then we are writing the equation value for x12 as 0.6. Star delta conversion. So we will continue consider now a more complicated case wherein a three-phase fault occurs at the midpoint of one of the lines, in which case the reactance diagram becomes like this. So now by using the technique of star delta conversion, reactance diagram has changed now. Okay, so converting the star at the bus 3 to delta, network transforms to that of this one. So we are converting the star to delta and writing the equation for x12. So x12 is 0.25 into 0.35 plus 0.35 into 0.5 plus 0.5 into 0.25 by 0.25, that is 1.55. Thevenin's equivalent. So with reference to this figure 12.8a, this figure, Thevenin is equivalent for the network portion to the left of terminus AB we are writing, wherein bus 1 has been modified to 1 dash. So what is Thevenin's voltage? It is the open circuit voltage across the terminals. Okay, that is 0.25 by 0.25 plus 0.35 mod E dash angle delta, that is 0.417 mod E dash angle delta. XTH we can write as, see, J is equal to R plus JX, Z is equal to R plus JX. So similar to what we have taken for resistances. If resistances are connected in parallel, two resistances I'm talking about here. So resultant will be what? R1, R2 by R1 plus R2. So similarly, X also we can write it, or Z also we can write it. Okay. So here we can write it as 0.35 into 0.25 by 0.35 plus 0.25, that is 0.146. So this is the Thevenin's equivalent voltage, okay, and Thevenin's equivalent reactance. So X12 will become now 0.146 plus 0.5, that is 0.646. So this method is cumbersome to apply for a network of even small complexity and cannot be computerized. So what we are doing here, node elimination technique, formulating the bus admittances for 3-bus system. So this system is read on again here in this diagram, wherein instead of reactance branch, admittances are shown. So we are now considering admittances because this is more simpler than the previous method. Okay. So for this node elimination technique in power system network, Y bus we are writing as J into matrix form 3 by 3 matrix minus 2.86. This is Y11, 12, 13, 21, 22, 23. Then Y31, 32, 33. Okay, so minus 2.86, 0, 2.86, 0, minus 6, 2, 2.86, 2, minus 8.86. So bus 3 is to be eliminated. In general, for a 3-bus system, we can write the equation as I11, I1, I2, I3 is equal to Y11, 12, 13, 21, 22, 23, 31, 32, 33 into V1, V2, V3. So no source is connected as at bus 3. So I3 equal to 0. And we are writing the equation now. Y31 V1 plus Y32 V2 plus Y33 V3 equal to 0. Or V3 we can write it as minus Y31 V by Y33 V1 minus Y32 by Y33 V2. So substituting the value of V3 in the remaining two equations and eliminating V3, we can write the value of I1 as Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2 plus Y13 V3. So wherever V3 is there, Y1, sorry, not V3. So this equation, yes, wherever Y3 is V3 is there, I am substituting the value as this equation. Minus Y31 by Y33 V1 minus Y32 by Y33 V2. So I am getting the value of I1 as Y11 minus Y13 Y31 by Y33 V1 plus Y12 minus Y13 Y32 by Y33 V2. So in place of V3 I am substituting this equation. Then getting the value of I1. So in compact form, a Y-bus reduced can be written as matrix 2 by 2 matrix y11 dash y21 dash y21 dash y22 dash, where y11 dash is equal to y11 minus y13 y31 by y33, y12 dash is equal to y21 dash is equal to y12 minus y13 y32 y33, and y22 dash is equal to y22, that is y22 dash is y22 minus y23 y32 y by y33. So in general, in eliminating node n, Yk new will be equal to Yk old minus Ykn old Yng old by Ynn old. So Y bus reduced will be equal to J minus 1.937. I am inserting all the values here. Minus 1.937, 0.646, 0.646 minus 5.549. So X12 will be equal to 1 by 0.646. That is 1.548, nearly equal to 1.55. So let us see now the single machine infinite bus system. So this is a circuit model of a single machine infinite bus system. Through a line of reactance Xe. In this simple case, X transfer is equal to Xd dash plus Xe, and P can be written as mod E dash V mod V by X transfer sine delta, that is P max sine delta. So the dynamics of this system are described in the equation 12.11. Okay, not there in this PPT. So the dynamics of system are described as h by pi f d square delta by dt square is equal to pm minus pe per unit. Okay, so in this machine connected to infinite bus, we can see value of voltage, that is mod E dash angle delta. Reactances are xd dash xc, and it is connected to infinite bus. Power is PE, and the voltage at the output is mod V angle 0. So in case of two finite machines connected through a line XC, where one of the machine must be generated and another must be motoring. So under steady condition, before the system goes into dynamics, see here, this is the circuit diagram for a two machine system. They are connected through a line XC. Okay, so this is one can be acting as a generator, other can be acting as a motor. The mechanical input by output of the two machines is assumed to remain constant at these values throughout the dynamics. That is, governor action assumes low. During steady state or in dynamic condition, electrical power output of the generator must be absorbed by the motor. Thus, at all time, PE1 is equal to minus PE2 is equal to PE. So, we can write the swing equation for two machines as d square delta 1 by dt square is equal to pi f into Pm1 minus Pe1 by H1, that is equal to pi f into Pm minus Pe by H1. Similarly, for a second machine, we can write d square delta 2 by dt square is equal to pi f into Pm2 minus Pe1 by H2, that is equal to pi f into Pe minus Pm by H2. So subtracting second equation from first equation, we are getting the value as d square delta 1 minus delta 2 by dt square equal to pi f into H1 plus H2 by H1 H2 into Pm minus Pe. Or I can write the same equation as H equivalent by pi f d square delta by dt square is equal to Pm minus Pe, where delta is equal to delta 1 minus delta 2. Okay, delta we are writing as delta 1 minus delta 1 minus delta 2, we are writing as delta. Heq is equal to H1 H2 by H1 plus H2, because when we cross multiply, this will become as H1 H2 by H1 plus H2. So that entire thing I am writing as Heq. Electrical power interchange is given by the expression PE is equal to mod E1 dash mod E2 dash by XD1 dash plus XE plus XD2 dash sine delta. The swing equation and the power angle equation have the same form as per single machine connected to infinite bus. Thus, a two machine system is equivalent to a single machine connected to an infinite bus. Now, let us see the steady state stability in power system. Steady state stability limit of a particular circuit of a power system can be defined as the maximum power that can be transmitted to the receiving end without loss of synchronism. Okay, this already we have seen it in the first class. So what is the steady state stability limit? It is the particular circuit of a power system is defined as the maximum power that can be transmitted to the receiving end without loss of synchronism. So what we are doing in this, we are transferring maximum power without loss of synchronism. Then that is called as steady state stability limit of a particular circuit of a power system. Let us consider the simple system whose dynamics is described by the equation md square delta by dt square is equal to Pm minus Pe, where m is equal to h by pi f in per unit system, and Pe is equal to mod E mod V by xt sine delta, that is P max sine delta. For determination of steady state stability, direct axis reactance, that is xd, and voltage behind xd are used in these equations. So the plot of this equation is shown in figure. So let the system be operating with steady power transfer of PE naught is equal to PM with torque angle delta naught. So let us assume that there is a small increment delta P in the electric power with the input from the prime mover remaining fixed at PM, causing the torque angle to change to delta naught plus delta delta. So linearizing about the operating point Q naught. We can write delta PE is equal to dou PE by dou delta naught into delta delta. So expressions of delta delta can be expressed by md square delta delta by dt square is equal to Pm minus Pe naught plus delta Pe, that is minus delta Pe, or md square delta delta by dt square plus dou Pe by dou delta naught delta delta equal to 0, or mp square plus dou Pe by dou delta naught into delta delta is equal to 0, where P is equal to d by dt. Okay, and the system stability to small changes is determined from the characteristic equation mp square plus dou P by dou delta naught is equal to 0, whose roots are P is equal to plus or minus dou P by dou delta naught by m whole power half. Okay, as long as dou P by dou delta naught is positive, roots are purely imaginary and conjugate, and the system behavior is oscillatory about delta naught. Line resistance and damper windings of the machine, which I have ignored in the previous modeling, cause the system oscillations to decay. System is therefore stable for a small increment in power as long as dou P by dou delta naught is greater than 0. So when dou Pe by dou delta naught is negative, roots are real. One is positive, another one be negative, but of equal magnitude. Torque angle therefore increases without bound upon occurrence of a small power increment, and the synchronism will be lost. System is therefore unstable for dou Pe by dou delta naught less than 0. Dou Pe by dou delta naught is known as synchronizing coefficient. This is also called as stiffness of synchronous machine. So we are assuming here E and V are constant and the system is unstable if mod V by x cos delta naught is less than 0 or delta naught is greater than 90 degrees. So maximum power that can be transmitted without loss of stability occurs for delta naught is equal to 90 degrees, and it is given by P max is equal to mod E mod V by x. If the system is operating below the limit of steady stability condition, it may continue to oscillate for a long time if the damping is low. Persistent oscillations are a threat to system security. So, study of system damping is the study of dynamical stability. So, this procedure can be applicable for complex systems wherein governor action and excitation control are also accounted for. The describing differential equation is linearized about the operating point. Then the condition for steady state stability is determined from the corresponding characteristic equation. So it was assumed that the internal machine voltage, that is mod E, is remaining constant. The result is that as loading increases, terminal voltage will dip heavily, which cannot be tolerated in practice. So we have to consider the steady state stability limit by assuming that excitation is adjusted for every load increase to keep Vt as constant. This is how the system will be operated practically. It may be understood that we are still not considering the effect of automatic excitation control. Okay, students, I thank everyone for watching the video. Next class we are going to see about the equal area criterion and problems related to that technique. Okay, thanks for watching the video, students.